Question first. Give first the step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. So these are the following equations from A to H. Now what we have to do in this, first of all, we'll have to separate these variables like x. We have two variables, x and y. X, and we have to separate them first of all. That is, we will keep x on left hand side and move the constants towards right hand side. A part, x minus 1 equal to 0. We have to eliminate this negative 1, and this can be eliminated by its additive inverse. That is, if we introduce plus 1 to left hand side, we will get rid of this minus 1. But when we do so, we also have to introduce plus 1 towards right hand side, so that our whole equation does not change its value. Therefore, when we add 1 to both sides, equation becomes like this: x minus 1 as it is, plus 1 added, equal to 0 as it is, plus 1 added. Now, from this equation we can go to this equation without changing the real value. So this is the whole purpose, that you don't have to change the actual value of the equation. That is, left hand side must be equal to right hand side. Now minus minus is cancelled, we are only left with this x variable. That is also asked in this question, that we have to first separate the variable and then solve the equation. Now 0 plus 1, so now here value has changed to 1 because we have introduced 1 towards right hand side. Now x equals to 1. B, x plus 1 equal to 0. Now what we see here, it is plus 1, but we have to get rid of this. So what should we introduce here? Minus 1, because that will cancel each other. But we have to do it in both sides. So this is the only thing that you have to learn in this exercise. Now subtracting 1 from both sides, first of all we write this as it is, then introduce minus 1 towards left hand side, then write this as it is, then introduce minus 1 towards right hand side. So you have to introduce the same value in both sides. Now this cancels out. That was our purpose, to separate the variable. Now variable is separated because x is the only variable present on left hand side. Since we have added minus 1 towards right hand side, so the real value is now x equal to minus 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. C, x minus 1 equal to 5. Now how we can get rid of this minus 1? When we add plus 1. So you have to introduce the same number but with opposite sign. Now adding 1 to both sides. Now x minus 1 as it is, plus 1 because we are adding and writing this thing same as it is, equal to 5, and adding plus 1 towards right hand side as well. Now this cancels out. We separated x equal to 5 plus 1 is 6, and this is also the solution of this equation. By solution, what we mean? If we place 6 here now, we are able to get left hand side equal to right hand side. That is also the solution of this equation. 6 minus 5 is 5. 5 is equal to 5. Yes, it is a solution of this equation. D, x plus 6 equal to 2. Now it is plus 6. So we will introduce 6 but with opposite sign so that it can cancel out. Now subtracting 6 from both sides, x plus 6 as it is, minus 6 because we have introduced, equal to minus 6 the same. Now this cancel out, x separated equal to different signs, we subtract, sign comes off bigger number, minus 4. E part, y minus 4 equal to minus 7. Now it is minus 4, so we will introduce plus 4 towards both sides. So adding 4 on both sides, y minus 4 plus 4 equal to minus 7 plus 4, cancel out, y only left, equal to different signs, we subtract, sign comes off greater number, that is negative 3. F part, y minus 4 equal 4. Now adding 4 on both sides because it is negative 4, so we will introduce plus 4. Therefore adding both side and both side, cancel out, y as it is, 4 4 is 8. G, y plus 4 equals 4. Now plus 4, we will introduce minus 4. Minus 4 means subtracting. It goes from both sides. Therefore y plus 4 as it is, minus 4. This same minus 4 introduced. Cancels, y is separated equals 4 minus 4 is 0. H part, y plus 4 equals minus 4. Plus 4, so we will introduce minus 4. That is subtracting 4 from both sides. Introduced, cancel out. We also have to introduce it on right hand side. Minus 4, Same sign, they get adds up and sign came of the numbers, that is minus 8. Y equals minus 8 is the solution for last equation. That is your first question. Question second. Give first the step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. Same question, but we have to do it in multiplication and division. So we'll have to move constants towards right hand side and variables towards left hand side. So we'll have to separate them. A part, 3L equals 42. Now this is getting multiplied. So how we can get rid of this 3? If we introduce in division 3, but we have to do so in both sides so that the whole equation doesn't change its real value. Now dividing both sides with 3, this as it is, divided by 3 on both sides. Now we can cancel 3 by 3. L is separated, that was our first aim. Now the second purpose is to solve the equation. Now cutting opportunity, 1 3 is a 3, 3 1s a 3, 1 is remainder, 2, 3 4s a 12. Therefore L equals 14 is your answer for A part. B by 2 equals 6. Now we have to get rid of this 2 which is in division, so we have to multiply 2 in the numerator, but we have to do it on both sides so that the value doesn't change. So the crux of these types of questions is that whenever something is getting multiplied, you divide it from both sides, and if something is getting divided, you multiply it. Whereas in addition you subtract, and in subtraction you add. Now multiplying both sides with 2, write this thing first of all as it is, introduce multiplication 2 in numerator, this thing as it is, multiplication with 2. Now 2 cancel out, B is separated, 6 to the 12, B equals 12 is the solution. Now again with solution we mean if we now place this value of B equals 12 here, so 1 to the 2, 6 to the 12, 6 equal to 6, the equation is satisfied. C, B by 7 equals 4 divided by 7, so we will have to introduce in multiplication. So multiplying both sides with 7. B by 7 first as it is, equal to 4 as it is, then introduction of multiplication with 7 in both sides. Cancel, B separated, 7 4s are 28. D, 4x equals 25. Now multiplication, so we have to introduce in division, dividing both sides with 4, here 4, here 4, rest same, 4 cancel, x is separated, 25 by 4, so we will leave it here only. E part 8y equals 36. Multiplication, so we will introduce in division, dividing both sides with that same number which we have to get rid of. 8y equals 36 as it is, division with 8 on both sides, 8 cancel, y separated, 4 to the 8, 4 9s are 36. So it is y equals 9 over 2. F part, z over 3 equals 5 over 7. So it is in division, so we'll have to introduce in multiplication so that we can cancel them. Multiplying both sides with this number, that is 3. So z over 3 as it is, 5 by 4 as it is, introduction of multiplication on both sides. 3 cancel, z is separated. Now 5 3s are 15 over 4, z equal to 15 over 4. G part, a upon 5 equals 7 upon 15. So it is in division, so we'll have to introduce in multiplication the same number. Multiplying both sides with 5, this thing as it is, this thing as it is, introduction of 5 with multiplication on both sides. 5 cancel, a is separated, 7 5s are 35 over 15, or you can straight away cut here, 1 5s are 5, 3 5s are 15, so 7 over 3. H part, 20t equals minus 10. Now it is getting multiplied, so we have to introduce 20 in division, therefore dividing both sides with 20. 20t equals minus 10 as it is. Now introduction of 20 in division on both sides, 20 cancel, t is separated, and minus 1 over 2, 0 cancels, so t equals minus 1 over 2. So in this question number 2, we solved division and multiplication problem. Question third, give the steps, again same thing, you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. Now we are doing in combination with subtraction and multiplication, whereas we will do the same thing, that we will separate the variable and then we will solve that equation. For an instance, we will let this p variable on left hand side and move rest of the constants towards right hand side. A part, 3n minus 2 equals 46. So in these questions, we have both, that is addition and multiplication and vice versa. 3n minus 2 equals 46. So first of all, we will try to eliminate plus or minus signs. And after that, we will solve for division or multiplication. So just keep this thing in mind. First of all, we will solve addition or subtraction, and then we'll go for division and multiplication, because that solves our equations in very easy way. So how can we get rid of this minus 2? By introducing plus 2, opposite sign but the same number. So adding 2 on both sides. So what we have, 3n minus 2 as it is, and we add plus 2, it becomes like this, equals 46, and add 2 on both sides. Now to do cancels, now we are left with 3n only on left hand side, equals 46 plus 2 is 48. So half battle is won so far, but we have to get the individual value of n, whereas 3 is attached to it in multiplication. So now, since it is multiplication, we will divide on both sides with the same number which is attached to that particular variable, in this case 3. So dividing 3 from both sides, 3n equal 48 as it is, divided by 3 on both sides. 3 cancel and separated, and this 1 3 is a 3 and 3 1 is a 3, 1 is left, 1 is remainder, 1 8, 3 6 are 18, so 16 and equal to 16 is the final solution of this equation. B, 5m plus 7 equals 17. Now first of all, we will solve for plus or subtraction. As we solved here for subtraction, now we'll have to solve first for addition, because addition is present in this equation. Plus 7, we have to introduce negative 7, opposite sign but the same number. Subtracting 7 from both sides, first we write this thing as it is. Now minus 7 introduced, equal to 17 as it is, minus 7 is introduced. 7 7 cancel, 5m from left hand side, and 17 minus 7 is 10. Simple. Half battle 1, it is getting multiplied. Now we have to introduce in division the same number. So dividing 5 from both sides, 5m equal to 10 first of all as it is, division with 5 on both sides so that the value doesn't change. 5 5 cancel, m is separated, 1 5 is a 5, 2 5 is a 10. So m equal to 2 is the solution of this equation. C, 20p upon 3 equals 40. Here there is no addition or subtraction. In such type of questions, bear in mind that first of all you have to eliminate the individual number which is not fixed with any kind of variable. So because 20 is getting multiplied with p, here 3 is alone. 3 is getting divided, so we'll have to introduce in multiplication so that we can cancel 3. But doing so, we'll also have to introduce on right hand side. So multiplying both sides with 3 first, we get this as it is, introduced 3 in multiplication in numerator. Similarly on right hand side, introduced 3, 3 3 cancels, so we got rid of this 3. Now 20p equals 120, 4 3 is 12, fixing 0. Now it is getting multiplied, so we have to take in division so that we can eliminate 20. Dividing both sides with 20, this thing as it is, division with 20 on both sides, 20 20 cancel, p is separated. So our whole objective is to separate the variable. That is what the question asks for. Then to solve it. Now 0 0 cancel, 1 2 is 2, 6 2 is 12. So p equal to 6 is the solution of this equation. So if you now try to check it, you can also check your answers, whether your answers are correct or not. Now place this p at this position. It is getting multiplied with 6. So visualize it is 20 into 6. Now 1 3 is 3, 2 3 is 6. 20 into 2 is 40. So 40 equal to 40, hence it is the solution and your answer is correct. D, 3 into p upon 10 equals 6. Now we don't have to touch first this thing because it is directly getting multiplied with the variable. We have to eliminate other thing which is not directly attached with variable. So it is division. We'll have to introduce in multiplication in numerator. Multiplying both sides with 10. Always bear in mind that you have to do it on both sides, because this doesn't change our actual value. If you do it only on one side, it will be wrong and your whole answer from that point of time will be wrong. Now 3p upon 10 into 10 equals 6 into 10 introduced, and 10 cancel, 3p is left equal to 60. Now we have done half of the question. Since it is getting multiplied, we'll have to introduce in division the same number 3. So dividing both sides with 3, 3 3 cancel, p, now 1 3 is a 3, 20 3 is a 60. So p equal to 20 is the required solution of this equation. That was your third question. Question 4th. Solve the following equations. So in this, we will not write those dividing by or multiplying by, we will straight away apply them. So here we go. A part, 10p equals 100. Now we will not write those things like adding or subtracting or division or multiplication. Now you have to do it in your mind only. What we do, it is getting multiplied, so we introduce 10 on denominator, that is we divide on both sides. So 10p equals 100 as it is, division with 10 on both sides. So that 10 gets cancelled out. Now we are left with p only, p is separated, 0 cancel, so p equal to 10 is the required solution of this equation. b equals 10p plus 10 equals 100. First of all, we'll have to touch only to addition or subtraction. In this case, addition. We will not touch it first of all. So 10p as it is plus 10, we have to introduce opposite sign with same number, minus 10 equal 100 minus 10. We have to do it on both sides. 10 cancel. We are left with only 10p equals 100 minus 10 is 90. So we are doing it in same step. So far we have reached only this thing, 10p equals 90. But 10p is getting multiplied. 10 is getting multiplied with p. In order to get rid of this 10, we'll have to divide 10. We have to do it on both sides. So by 10 by 10. 10 cancel. P is only separated. Now 0, 9. So p equals to 9 is the required solution of this equation. P upon 4 equals 5. Now it is in division, so we'll have to introduce in numerator, which is multiplication in numerator with the same number 4. We'll also have to do it on right hand side so that equation doesn't change its value. The 4 cancel, p is separated, equal 20. p by 3 equals 5. 3 on denominator, introduce it on numerator with multiplication. Similarly on right hand side, 3 cancel, p separated, by 3 is a 15. 3p upon 4 equals 6. Now again, we'll have to touch first of all this. We will not touch this thing. We will do it later on, which is alone, which is not directly attached with our variable. We will try to solve that first. It is in division, so we'll have to introduce multiplication on both sides. Therefore, multiply with 4, rest same. 4 cancel, 3p is separated. Equals 6 4s are 24. Now it is getting multiplied, so we'll have to introduce in division. 3 on both sides, 3 cancel, p separated, 1 3s are 3, 8 3s are 24. So p equal to 8 is your required solution for this equation. F part, 3s equals minus 9. 3 is getting multiplied, introduce in division on both sides, 3 cancel, s is separated. Here 1 3s are 3, 3 3s are 9, but we have negative sign also. Therefore, s equals negative 3 is the required solution. 3s plus 12 equals 0. Now, first of all, we will get rid of this thing. This is plus 12, so we'll have to introduce minus 12 on both sides. So we did so. 12 cancel. We are left with 3s on left hand side. And here, 0 minus 12 is minus 12. But it is getting multiplied here. So we'll have to introduce in division on both sides. That is dividing both sides with this number. In this case, it is 3. 3 cancel, s is separated. Now 1 3 is 3, 4 is 12, but negative sign was also there because it came from here. So s equals minus 4 is the required solution. H part, 3s equals 0. Getting multiplied, we'll have to introduce in division the same number. So we introduced 3 cancel, and we knew from our previous exercises, any fraction whenever 0 is in numerator, then it makes whole of the fraction as 0. So s equal to 0. 2q equal to 6. 2 is getting multiplied, we'll have to introduce in division 2, that is dividing both sides with 2 in order to get rid of this 2. So we did so, rest is same, 2q equal to 6, 2 to cancel, q is separated, 1 2s are 2, 3 2s are 6. So q equal to 3 is your required solution for this equation. J part, 2q minus 6 equals 0. So first we'll have to touch this part because it is alone. Later on we will touch this part. Now 2q minus 6, first of all we write same. Minus 6, so we have to introduce opposite sign, that is plus the same number 6. We did so on both sides. Now 6 cancel, we are only left with 2q equal 6. Since it is getting multiplied, we'll have to introduce the same number in division on both sides. So upon 2, upon 2. 2 to cancel, q is separated. Now 1 2 is 2, 3 2 is 6. So q equal to 3 is the required solution. Okay, 2q plus 6 equals 0. So first we will touch this part, it is alone. Now plus 6 minus 6. Similarly on this side minus 6, 6 cancels. 2q equals minus 6. Getting multiplied, introduced in division, the same number. 2 2, 2 to cancel, q separated. 1 2 is 2, 3 2 is 6. Also minus sign is also there, so don't forget to put this also. So q equals minus 3 is the required solution. Again the same thing, 2q plus 6 equals 12. Now the same thing, you know how it came, no need for explanation. Now 2q left, cancels. 12 minus 6 is 6, getting multiplied, introduced in division, the same number which was getting multiplied, here it is 2. 2 to cancel, q is separated, 1 2 is 2, 3 2 is 6. So q equals to 3 is the required solution for the last equation. And that was your last question, question number 4th.